By now, everyone is familiar with the infamous SpongeBob Sailor Mouth episode where SpongeBob and Patrick learn some sentence enhancers.
Crabs is up.
Back then, it was pretty shocking to see a kids show push the boundaries with an episode about swearing and slurs. I grew up watching a lot of PBS kids shows like Dragon Tales, Sagwa, Clifford the Big Red Dog, and that one creepy airplane show that was pure nightmare fuel. And the SpongeBob Sailor Mouth episode reminded me of an episode of Arthur where DW hears a swear word. At first, I thought it was a fever dream, but no, it's actually real. I can't believe PBS Kids actually aired this. The episode starts with Arthur breaking the fourth wall, telling the audience he's on a set of the Altos, a parody of the mobster series, The Sopranos, which ran from 1999 to 2007. Arthur explains that whenever someone in the Altos says a bad word, it gets bleep, and he shows us an example of how it works.
Hi everybody, I'm here on the set of the Altos. You know, that TV show about the family life of a gangster? They've agreed to let me teach you a little something about television. Here is what's known as the bleep. Whenever you hear, it means there's something that you're not supposed to hear. Here is the person who is making the. Watch and listen how it's used.
Ugh! This is terrible, Apple Betty! It's... My mother. Now there was a woman who could make an amazing Apple Betty. When she made it, the whole neighborhood stood outside her house. Saint that woman was. If it's okay with you, T, I'd like to give that pastry chef a taste of his own cannoli.
Hey, none of you so much as unless I say so, capiche?
Cut! And there you have it.
Arthur then says that in real life, people don't use a bleep machine, but he thinks it would be funny if they did, and then imagines a couple of scenarios where it could happen.
Of course, the bleep doesn't exist in real life, only in television. But wouldn't it be great if it did? Then you could bleep out whatever you wanted.
I can't believe it! That was the easiest catch ever! That's it! You're never playing on this team ever again! In fact, you're never gonna play on team ever again! For Arthur...
Mom! Arthur just your favorite bird! And best of all, the bleep could be used when your mom and dad are going to visit your school and... Huh? Hey, what's going on? Stop it! Stop!
What? Oh!
In the next scene, DW is out shopping with Grandma Thora. DW begins looking around the store, fascinated by all the shiny crystal items she sees, while Grandma Thora buys a bowl for her friend, Ethel. DW overhears a teenage boy arguing with his mother because he's being reckless. When his mom tells him he can't go to the concert, he gets angry and begins to curse at her.
Well, this will make a very nice present for Ethel, don't you think? Just wait here, sweetheart, while I go pay for it.
Oh.
Stop that! You'll break something.
Whatever.
That's enough backtalk, young man. You can forget about going to that concert tonight.
What? You can't do that!
I can, and I have.
Come on, DW, I'm done.
DW thinks the bad word has magical powers that makes people drop things. She rushes home to ask Arthur, what does the word mean? Arthur is so shocked he gasps and drops his model plane. He quickly tells DW not to say that word in front of their parents.
Is something wrong, dear?
That boy just said this word that made his mom drop something!
Really? That's strange.
I know, I never heard it before. Do you know what it means?
I don't know. What did he say?
Well, she said he couldn't go to a concert, and then he said...
What, dear? Oh!
Never mind.
something. What does mean? Wow, it happened again!
You better not let Mom and Dad hear you say that.
Why? What does it...
Arthur, have you put away your... What's going on in here?
Nothing.
Later on, DW asks her imaginary friend, Nadine, about the bad word. But even Nadine doesn't know. Nadine suggests asking her parents, but DW has a nightmare where saying the bad word causes everyone to drop things and everything breaks.
Okay, so you ready?
Shh! Don't worry, it's imaginary.
Okay, since you know, tell me what it means.
I don't know. I just figured you're supposed to drop something when you hear it.
This is awful. How will I ever find out?
Just ask your mom and dad.
I told you. Arthur said never say it to them.
Well, if you can't ask them, who can you ask?
Nadine's right, honey. All you have to do is tell it to us.
But what if it does something really, really bad?
What could one little word do?
Okay. Bad idea, Nadine.
The next day at school, DW is still unsure about what the word means, so she asks the Tibbles. At first they laugh, but when DW asks what it really means, they hesitate and wonder if they should really tell her. Timmy finally tells her that it's a swear word that parents really hate. DW then asks, why do parents hate it? The twins begin to mess with her and says the word turns adults into zombie servants.
It makes people break things? Oh no! My Danger Ranger belt buckle just exploded! My eyes! My eyes! Guess she doesn't watch cable TV.
Wow! So I can just say it? Just like that?
No, don't! But you just said different when there's grown-ups around.
That's what Arthur said. Why?
Should we tell her? No, I'm not sure. No, maybe. Okay, we'll give it a shot. Because it's a swear word.
What does that mean?
It means moms and dads hate it.
Why?
Would you want to turn into a zombie slave for a day?
A what?
Yes, master. Your every wish is my command.
No.
Just try it and see.
I did see. The boy's mom dropped a glass.
Then what?
I don't know. Grandma took me out of the store.
Now at home, DW is still too scared to ask her parents what the word actually means. After talking to Nadine, she decides to test if what the Tibble says is true by using her neighbor as an experiment. She tells her neighbor the zombie story, but warns her not to say the bad word. DW knows she'll probably say it anyway because she doesn't know any better. DW and Nadine then spy on their neighbors with binoculars from Arthur's room to see what happened if she says the bad word in front of her family. While spying, DW's mom calls her down for dinner. DW asks for a minute, but her mom keeps calling. DW gets annoyed and accidentally curses at her mom.
Cool. And they do whatever you say?
Uh-huh. But you probably shouldn't say it. Ever. It's really only for us older kids.
Right.
Okay. By my calculations, she'll be saying it in the next 5 minutes. Make that 10 seconds.
Okay, DW, time for dinner.
I can't see.
DW, did you hear me?
Oh, there she is.
Did she say it?
I don't know. Her brother got in the way.
Now, DW.
Just a minute.
No, not just a minute. Your dinner's getting cold.
Oh, wait.
DW?
Grrr.
DW?
I think she just said it.
DW, are you listening to me?
Uh-oh.
Dora Winifred Freed. What did you just say to me?
Can I have a soda? Tibbles.
What are you doing?
I'll get it. Arthur did it?
That night, DW is tucked into bed by her mom. She says she's gonna let her off the hook this time since she didn't know what the word meant, and she hopes that DW has learned a lesson from using this bad word and says it's very inappropriate, especially for kids. DW asks what does the word mean, and her mom explains that it's a bad word that's meant to hurt people's feelings. Satisfied with the answer, DW falls asleep.
Well, you're off the hook this time because you didn't know what you were saying. But I hope you know now that swear words are not appropriate things to say, especially for 3- and 4-year-old children.
Why?
Because most people are offended by them. It's as simple as that.
But why? What do they mean?
I guess you could say they mean I want to hurt your feelings. Good night, DW.
Why didn't somebody just tell me that in the first place? Wait till the kids at school hear about this.
The episode ends in the most surprising way, with DW's friend swearing while playing in the sandbox.
You're a No, you are! You look like a You're a Well, did you say it to him? What did they do when you did? Thanks for teaching it to us, you
Guys, I think we need to have a talk about this.
This episode was pretty wild, especially for a PBS Kids show, and surprisingly, it doesn't come up that much when people talk about Arthur. It's usually the episode where Arthur attacks DW.
It's not my fault if you made a plane that can't fly.
I told you not to touch it!